Find out more about our free training today by clicking the link below.
You're listening to the Traffic and Funnels Show.
What's going on, folks? This is Alan, producer of the TNF Show. Today's episode is from a training session where Taylor teaches on the framework of understanding, relating, and challenging clients using empathy. Join our podcast subscriber community by visiting trafficandfunnels.com/subscribe to get a free gift from us and also to get access to special deals on our next level paid products. All right, let's get to the show.
What's empathy? Tell me. Tell me.
The
Anybody?
ability to enter into somebody else's feelings.
Okay, good.
The opposite of cynicism.
Yeah, I told Nick yesterday, the opposite of empathy is not having empathy. The opposite of empathy is cynicism. This is empathy. Josh goes, man, I'm really struggling with this. I'm like, dude, that sucks, I feel you. The opposite of empathy is Josh is like, man, I'm really struggling with it. I'm like, loser, cynic. You know, Nick's very cynical. So empathy is I'm going to break it down into 3 different categories that I feel like I've learned personally. And obviously Peyton can adapt to this because he's a different style. But when you're on a call, you have really 3 steps that you need to go through. Understand, relate, and challenge. If you challenge without understanding or relating, you're going to likely lose. You got to go through these steps. You can't be challenging. You can't just challenge without knowing where someone's coming from. And here's the deal. The person has to feel like you understand and relate. Because if you understand and relate, but they don't acknowledge or feel like you understand and relate, you miss it. So when you see a Facebook post and someone's like, man, I'm thinking about getting into CK, and you see Nick on there, he's like, you're an idiot if you don't. It's like, okay, well, nobody else thinks that he understands or relates. He's just challenging. So the persona that Nick builds now is one that lacks empathy. And so now nobody wants to talk to Nick. And now everyone's afraid of Nick. That lacks empathy, right?
Yeah.
If you got somebody on the phone who has been trying for 10 years to figure it out and they can't figure it out and you instantly go into challenging, well, when's that going to change for you? Nothing's ever going to change until you change. You must not want it bad enough, blah, blah, blah. What's your family think about this? You're challenging without understanding or relating. You're not going to close that deal. They're going to be afraid of you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We got to tune this around a little bit because we can talk about masculine and feminine energy too, but a lot of let's just go there, okay? Of a feminine energy, their natural default. This is not man versus woman. This is not male versus female. This is energy. You got people who are men who have predominantly feminine energy. You got people who are women. What is it, Cheryl Ann? Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
Kick your ass, man. She's like masculine energy, but she's a woman. It's not a male-female thing. You got to know the energy of the person you're talking to. Feminine energy, the main, like what they want to do is they want to understand how everything connects. They want to wait. They want to see how things play out. They want to understand how does this fit into this and this fits into that. And so you're like, do a deposit or you're not going to be a client. And they don't understand how it connects. And they're like, no, I'm not going to do it. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Masculine energy, they want to be responsible for everything. They want to be the hero, which means they can't wait for things to play out because then they're not responsible for how it plays out. So they're gonna try to move quicker. And sometimes that means they just burn everything down and start over. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
You cannot close a feminine energy with a masculine posture. Right?
Yeah.
Got a question on that.
You can't close a masculine energy with the feminine posture because then you'll just lose them. They'll be like, well, Kyle's an idiot. He's not even challenging me. Okay? So if I'm trying to close Heather, Heather's a feminine energy. All right? Don't even argue with me. I already know.
It's true.
And she wants to see how things connect. And she's like, well, I'd really like to sleep on it. And I'm really interested. I just need to make sure that this is the right thing. And I know that she's a feminine energy, okay? I have two options. I can either be like, well, nothing in your life is gonna change if you don't change how you make decisions. And she's like, all right. Or I can understand, relate, and challenge, knowing that she's still probably gonna sleep on it. And it's like, I understand that. I would probably sleep on it too. Because that's safe,
Yeah.
right? And you need to make sure that you're not doing something that's going to be unsafe, right? Are you open to me giving you some things to think about tonight as you sleep on it? Bingo, she's coming in. Because I've now aligned myself with what she's already going to do, and now I'm going to challenge her in that feminine vein, right? Here's what you need to think about tonight. If you don't change, if nothing changes, where do you end up in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years? All right? What happens? You don't have to tell me now. Just while you're processing it tonight, sleeping on it, wake up tomorrow morning, right? If you wake up tomorrow and you're like, freak, this is gonna ruin my life and it's not worth the risk, don't do it. Chill, just sit on it, right? If you wake up tomorrow and you're like, you know what, I can't explain it. I don't know exactly how everything works out, but I feel in my gut that this is what I have to do. I'll take you to the gates of hell to get you there. Okay? You're probably gonna have more questions. Write them down, hit me with them tomorrow, let's talk.
Hey folks, we'll get back to the show in just a moment. We wanted to give you a quick opportunity to learn about some fabulous ways to get additional value from the TNF show. Hang tight, we'll be right back.
Guys, what's up? My name is Taylor Walsh, and we specialize in helping experts, client-based businesses grow their revenue with predictability and control and systems and all of the unsexy stuff that nobody else really wants to talk about. But I will tell you this, in the past 4 years, we've had several thousand clients. Last month, in a 31-day period, our clients reported over $3.5 million in revenue that we helped them produce. So we have several hundred active clients at the moment. And what we've done is we sat down and we have a team of advisors that help consult with our clients, and they're our inner circle, and we've made a bit of their time available to you. And the purpose of this call is to really brainstorm with you. What are your goals? Where do you want to get to? Where do you see yourself in your perfect future? What do you want to accomplish? How many clients do you want to have? What's your revenue look like? What are all the big goals that you might not even know are possible? And we'll spend 45 minutes to an hour with you brainstorming through that and creating a plan, an actual blueprint that can be implemented to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And people report that these are the most valuable couple of minutes they've ever spent in their life working on their business. And every single one of our multi-7 or 8-figure clients, this was the first step. You don't have to be a client. There's no pressure involved in this, okay? This is literally the first step in acknowledging that, you know, to get to point B and you're at point A, there might need to be some changes in the middle to actually get to that destination. We're gonna isolate those and tell you what they are. Sign up for this, show up, grab a notebook or something to take notes with. And my one piece of advice for you is be willing to go deep and talk about the things that you actually want to achieve, and we'll help you build a strategy for that. Again, my name is Taylor. I hope to see you real soon on the inside, and please take advantage of these calls.
Visit trafficandfunnels.com/book a call. That's trafficandfunnels.com/book a call.
Examine. Why?
You just care. She knows you care.
You also said something. You said align yourself with what they're already going to do.
Yes.
That's a superpower I think that you have that a lot of us advisors.
Well,
are trying to sharpen.
it is a superpower, like shooting free throws, like posting up, like being able to ski in the mountains without hyper extending your lungs. I mean, it's a superpower, but superpowers are built, not inherited.
Right.
You're speaking her language.
Speaking her language, yeah. You know who, like, if we are talking about skill sets, you know who probably is the most natural person in the room at this? Who would you say?
I don't know.
Anthony.
I feel like all top is.
Probably.
You?
Oh, yeah, you. My vote's Anthony.
I would say Anthony.
It's probably Peyton or Anthony. Yeah. Some of the calls you listen to with Peyton, he's got people like it crying. They're crying. You listen to calls with Peyton where he's got people crying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crying. Like sobbing. You need to study this. You've got to study it. You're not going to get it from one meeting. You're not. You're listening to it right now and it's like, oh my God, this is mind blowing. But you need to study it. You've got to study. Y'all stopped studying. When was the last time you went through behavioral optimization?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Well, you are all falling into the exact thing that behavioral optimization prevents you from falling into. So you got to keep studying. Listen to recordings of calls. All right. Now let's say that I'm trying to close Nick. You think Nick's masculine or feminine?
Masculine.
And he's like, man, I want to think about it. Just want to think about it. Okay. I understand there have been times when I've missed opportunities in my life too and regretted it. Can I give you some thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure you're open to thoughts?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to shoot me down as soon as I give you the thoughts?
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
Don't shoot the messenger. You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Do your kids enjoy the lifestyle that you have created for them through waiting?
No.
All right. Well.
You got me. Take my CC.
No, if he's truly masculine, he's going to get mad.
Yeah.
My kids have nothing to do with it. Your kids have everything to do with it, and you told me you wouldn't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to help you think about this in a new way. I'm cool with letting you think about it. What I'm not cool with is you making a decision that's going to impact you and your wife and your kids for the rest of their lives. And so my advice to you, if you do want to think about it, or you still want to think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're like a 6 out of 10?
Yeah.
You are a 6 out of 10?
6 out of 10.
If you're a 6 out of 10, you don't need to think about it. You need to say no. Are you sure you're a 6 out of 10? Would you invest in a piece of real estate at a 40% chance of going broke?
No.
Okay. All right, then do you want to invest? Do you want to even think about it?
I do want to think about it.
So you're an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
You're an 8.
Yeah.
Not a 6.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you are.
I'm an 8.
You're an 8.
Yeah.
Positive.
100%.
Okay. Then you can put it on a deposit and let's talk tomorrow. And I'll refund your deposit if you decide tomorrow morning that it's not what you want to do.
No, I don't know. Why would I put down a deposit?
Because you're an 8 out of 10. And when you're a leader, you put your money where your mouth is. If you're not a leader, you can keep talking and keep your money.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's a lot different. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Now, if Heather was masculine, I'd do the same thing. It's not a boy-girl thing. We need tie downs, but we also need to empathize a whole lot more. Make sense?
Yeah. Super helpful.
What are some ways during Uncover you find out like, oh, this person's masculine, this person's feminine? What are some things you look for?
I think if the person's really playful, like if you can get them in, like typically the feminine is going to be more playful energy, and a masculine is going to be more dominant energy. But if you notice, honestly, it is so instinctive to now. Did you hear my voice change when I said dominant?
Yeah.
It's like instinctive. I just roll with it. Like what, you've got to study. You've just got to study. You've got to listen to calls with people who are like alphas, and Peyton closes them, or Anthony closes them. And then you listen to calls who are like grandmas. Peyton closes them. He's changing. Y'all aren't changing. This is part of the problem with like, you've got to be more agile and adaptable, not only in seasons, but with individual people. Yeah. You know?
Agreed.
So if you are going to, this is something too, it's like, it's both and at the same time. Who remembers the equal, superior, inferior?
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear a master on a call, are they in superior, equal, or inferior?
All of them. Throughout the call.
And how often do they change back and forth?
Could be on one bit.
Yeah, exactly. You want to see it
Yeah.
in action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. How much money did you make last month? Think you can do better?
Yeah.
Of course. This is income. I remember when I made $12.
Yeah.
What do you need? How can I partner with you to help you get that? Boom, 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 all the time. It's all of the above based on where someone is. Who remembers the training on the pocket? You guys have all of this. It's the best training in the world. The pocket. How do you know when someone's in the pocket?
When they know it's possible, but they can't do it on their own.
Thank you. So when someone's like, man, I'm just, I'm really, really crushing it. And you know that they just told you they made 140 grand last year. Are they in the pocket?
No.
No, they're not. If they think that they have a goal of $1 million, but they think it's literally impossible, are they in the pocket?
No.
No. When they think $1 million is easy, but they've only made 100 grand before, are they in the pocket?
No.
No. You've got to get them in the pocket. And the same thing, like all of this is built on trust, which comes from empathy, which comes from understanding, relating, and challenging.
Thanks for listening. For more from Chris and Taylor, visit trafficandfunnels.com and get a free gift just for being a subscriber. That's trafficandfunnels.com.
Find out more about our free training today by clicking the link below.